Samhita here. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to take a break from attachment theory and delve into Vedic astrology. Now I want to talk about yogas. Yogas are combinations in your birth chart that produce certain results, and we're going to talk about one of the Panch Mahapurush yogas. Mahapurush translates to great human or great person. Um, Panch means five. So there are five great person combinations in a chart, basically playing with the strengths of five different planets. Playing to the strengths of five different planets. So we're going to talk about the Malavya yoga, which is a combination or a yoga caused by planet Venus. When Venus falls in either the first, fourth, seventh, or 10th house of a horoscope, and it falls in either Taurus, Libra, or Pisces, it is considered to be forming a Malavya yoga or Malavya combination. For example, if Venus is falling in your ascendant and your ascendant is Libra, it is a Malavya yoga. Or if Venus is falling in your 10th house and your 10th house is Taurus, it is a Malavya yoga. If Venus is falling in the 7th house and your 7th house is Pisces, that is a Malavya yoga. So first, fourth, seventh, 10th houses, if these houses, either of them are either Taurus, Libra, or Pisces. Venus rules Taurus, Venus rules Libra, and Venus is exalted in Pisces. So if Venus falls in any of these houses, Venus is the strongest. And if it falls in one of the Kendra houses, first, fourth, seventh, and 10th houses are called Kendra houses in Vedic astrology. So any of these combinations can create a Malavya yoga. Now, what is a Malavya yoga? So, what these Mahapurush yogas do, they strengthen or bring out the abilities or the characteristics of said particular planet. So now that we're talking about Venus, everything connected to Venus will be really, really pronounced in this person's chart, which is art, beauty, romance, love matters, attractiveness, sensuality, So a lot of people with Malavya yoga can have, I've seen this as a general common trait among all the people with this yoga. I have a Malavya yoga too. You are, if you're watching this and if you are here because you have a Malavya yoga, you probably have more than two or three artistic pursuits. So this yoga functions differently in different signs, as in it functions differently in Taurus, it functions differently in Libra, and it functions differently in Pisces. I mean, yes, regardless of which sign it falls in, Malavya yoga does give a person two to three or more artistic abilities, but generally the way it functions, the energies it brings is kind of different from sign to sign. Like in Taurus, it gives more materialistic pleasure and is in more and is more in line with what Taurus represents as a sign, whereas in Libra, it gives you more connections, friendships, love interests, relationships. It basically expands, Malavya yoga expands the quality of Venus in said particular sign, in that particular sign. So people with Malavya yoga in Libra can make a lot of connections through their art or through dance or through music, or could have a lot of friends. A Malavya yoga in Libra can give someone a lot of friendships from very early on, a lot of connections, a lot of, because Libra is the house of partnerships and balancing the self and the other. So Malavya yoga in Libra can give someone abundance and excess in terms of partnerships or friendships or connections, relationships. This especially can be true, like you have to look at the house, right? Like for example, a Malavya yoga in the first house in Libra can contribute to your personality or your appearance, your outward shining personality, resulting in more and more people being attracted to you, like moth to a flame. So you attract people to you with this placement. So the house is also when you assess how a Malavya yoga is functioning, you take into account the house it's falling in, first, fourth, seventh, or 10th, and the sign. The way to assessing how a Malavya yoga would play out in someone's chart is to see which house of the four houses it falls in, first, fourth, seventh, or 10th, and see which sign. Coming to Libra, I already spoke about how it would play out in Libra, a lot of partnership related themes. In Pisces, Malavya yoga can play out in a very abundance kind of way, because Pisces is the sign of the ocean, of abundance, of spiritual liberation. So Venusian qualities in Pisces can be enhanced in a very beautiful way, where the person has an abundance of something that gives life, like energy or nurturing. Yes, wealth, yes, artistic ability, all of that, but it is manifested in a way that, a sort of like the gift that keeps on giving, the ocean's abundance, something that keeps pouring. A Malavya yoga in Pisces can give a very philanthropic energy to this placement, to this native, where they have a constant influx of cash, but this doesn't get retained by them, often it is given away. So it's not like hoarding, like a Malavya yoga in Taurus would probably have a lot of wealth stored for themselves, for their loved ones. So when you're assessing someone's chart with the Malavya yoga, it's always important to factor in your intuition, to see and assess other factors in the chart, and also have a cumulative comprehensive reading of the same as to how this yoga is playing out and what aspects are there to this yoga placement. Maybe is Saturn looking at the Malavya yoga being formed, or is the moon looking at it, is another planet looking at it, which house is falling in, all of that. So it's important to have like a comprehensive cumulative understanding, but generally, in a general way, these are the themes that each of these signs and these placements bring. A Malavya yoga generally brings things associated with Venus into the person's life tenfold, whether that's connections, whether that's romance, whether that's money, fame, recognition, artistic qualities and abilities, inclination towards finer things in life, maybe fine dining, comfort, um, everything that Venus in Taurus, Venus in Libra, or Venus in Pisces brings about. Venus in Pisces, that's the thing, that's coming back to that, when there's exaltation there's abundance of it, but the native also needs to know how to deal with the abundance of that energy. That's why Venus in Pisces can create abundance in a way where the person cannot retain and keep that abundance, it keeps flowing to other people. So certain amount of wealth that a Malavya yoga creates might be able to be retained by the person, um, with a Malavya yoga in Taurus in the 10th house or the 7th house, business wise, whatever. But if a Malavya yoga is being formed in Pisces, that person might be constantly giving that wealth away to people in need. So, yeah, it depends. You have to, always take into account everything else, like I said. So, that is it. That's all I have for you today. I will end the video here. I know it's a short one. I will be delving into astrological yogas and Vedic astrology more and more. So, yeah, stay tuned. I will cover the rest of the Panch Mahapurush yogas. Hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment below, hit the post notifications, turn on the post notifications so we can stay connected. And I will never get used to doing this. I will see you next time. Bye.